Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to try Moustache Original 1949 by Rocha. So today's fragrance is something that I borrowed from Bruno Boulet from Parlons Parfum pour Homme, a channel that talk about fragrance in French. I also borrowed to him Moustache Eau de Parfum. That could be nice to do those little reviews for November. That's why I borrowed those fragrance. So we're gonna try these. So, well, here's the presentation. Nice little bottle. I think it looks really nice. The bottle is heavy. It's a big bottle, but it looks a bit thick also. There is a show description on the top. Here's the bottom. Now, before we keep going, it says Moustache Original 1949 on the bottle, and you would assume, well, that fragrance was made in 1949, and this fragrance was made in 2018. Now, why does it say 1949? It's because in 1949, there was another fragrance that was called Moustache, which was an eau de cologne. Now, that fragrance doesn't exist anymore, probably like a lot of fragrance company that discontinues something to bring it back later on for some reason. That's what happened. They decided to re-release it, but they said original 1949. Now, is this fragrance the same as the actual original one that was made in 1949? I don't know. I know that it's an eau de toilette and the other one is an eau de cologne, so the concentration for sure it's not the same. Fragrance itself, I've never tried the original. I don't think I'll ever have the chance to try the original, but that's the best we've got right now. Anyway, let's try the smell. As I spray it in the air, there's a huge whiff. The fragrance that goes all around me. It's creamy, it's foamy. It reminds me a lot like the foam from a spray that you put on your beard before shaving yourself. It's crazy because for me, that was not so much on my skin. I wouldn't really call it a barbershop fragrance, but in the air, it's 100% barbershop. It smells like shaving, like the smell you're having in the air when you shave yourself. It's really nice. Picking up a lot of musk and lavender in the air. Paper, I'm having a lot of citrus, a lot of lemon, a lot of bergamot. It's really different from what I'm picking up in the air. A bit of neroli and lavender. It says that there's violet, but I'm pretty sure that the violet is not violet, like absolute or something like that, or a note that is specifically violet. I'm pretty sure it's a note that is disclosed as violet, but just give that big creamy, like foamy note that's there. That's about it on paper. I'm picking up a little bit of patchouli. On my skin, what I was picking up in the top note, there was a lot of lemon, a bunch of neroli, a little bit of lavender, a little bit of bergamot. In the heart, there was a lot of lavender, a lot of neroli, a lot of patchouli, a little bit of oak musk, a little bit of musk, and a little bit of violet. And in the base, there was a lot of patchouli, a little bit of musk, and a little bit of oak musk, but I would say there were more musk than oak musk. The fragrance itself, in the top, it reminds me somehow a little bit like Habit Rouge by Guerlain or Blue Jeans by Versace, but without the sweetness, especially like Habit Rouge by Guerlain. In fact, even though it's not quite the same fragrance, but it's kind of this one without the creaminess that it has, the lemon, though in the air it's really foamy, really like shaving cream. It's the best thing I can compare it. And in the base, it reminded me a little bit of Beau de Jour by Tom Ford. So if you like those two fragrances, you're gonna love Moustache. Projection was average. A little bubble around me, people were able to pick it up, and longevity was average also, 3 to 6 hours. And for the complete note breakdown, top notes are lemon and bergamot. Heart notes are lavender, neroli, and violet. And the base notes are moss, white musk, and patchouli. Now, where would see this fragrance? It's really masculine fragrance. There's no strength to it. There's no power like stuff like Coram or Polo. There's no or Cuir Intense that has a lot of leather. It's not like a bad boy kind of fragrance, like that kind of strength, but there's something about it that is really mature. It's kind of a fragrance that don't have to be strong to be strong. It's not like the guy that's you need to do have big muscle to show that he's strong. Is the kind of person that don't speak loud and people will shut up to listen. This is what this fragrance is to me. That kind of manliness that it shows. And I think it will be a great business fragrance because of that. As a dating scent, I think it will go well. It's nice, it's clean, it's really different to like the usual stuff, but it's the kind of fragrance that you wear and it just like the air around you impose respect. I think it will work well as a dating fragrance. Of course, more for a little bit of an older guy, or not necessarily older, but not a young guy who's gonna wear usually sweet stuff. It's not really a sweet fragrance, actually. In the summer winter spectrum, I would say it's more in between, though I think it will be easier to pull it off in summer than in winter. Harder through the cold, then it will be good in the heat. And as an everyday scent, I think it would work well. I haven't tried the other Rocha Moustache yet, so I really hope it has a bigger longevity. The only bad thing about this Moustache is that longevity is not good enough for me to make it a good everyday scent. Like everything else is great. The scent is great, projection is great. It's exactly the kind of fragrance that fit in that everyday type of fragrance category. It's just that it doesn't last a whole day, just kind of also the point of those fragrance. But the bottle is hard and sturdy. You can also have little weekends like this that you can bring with you. So if you're not afraid to spray again through the day, it would be a really amazing everyday fragrance. So hope you like the video. If it's the case, like and share. If you try this fragrance, Moustache by Rocha, tell me what you think about it. Also, it's the first fragrance I tried by Rocha, so tell me which other fragrance are great by the brand, and I should give a try other than Moustache and Moustache for the Parfum. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.